Buenos días y bienvenidos a todos. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Welcome to a community dedicated to providing spiritual tools for living a happy and full life. My name is Karina Shearer, and I am the Spiritual Director and Founding Minister here at the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta. If you would like to join us for the live Zoom meeting, please contact me for the link and the password, or check our website, www.cslpv.org, and you'll find the link there. So happy solstice. Today is Sunday, December 21st, 2025. We are continuing our monthly topic of shedding our skin. And the topic for this week is Slither and Slime to Sublime. The suggested reading book for this month has been Freedom from Discord by Reverend Dr. David Alexander. So once again, I'd like to truly welcome everyone, including those that are new to this teaching and to our center here in Vallarta, whether you are on the live Zoom call or watching the replay at a later time. Here we teach a philosophy that honors all faith traditions. So whatever path you are on, know that it is the right one for you. Everyone is welcome here. The philosophy that we teach is called the Science of Mind, and it is based on new thought and ancient wisdom, where we offer spiritual tools and principles to promote personal growth, and we honor diversity in all aspects. When Dr. Ernest Holmes founded this teaching in the 1920s, he had studied both Eastern and Western spiritual texts in order to create the science of mind, which focuses on the individual use of thoughts and this powerful thing called the mind. When asked to provide a concise definition of the science of mind teaching, he had replied that it is a correlation of laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and aspirations. So each week, we offer an inspirational message. We offer the 10 o'clock meeting on Zoom, and we meet in person Sundays at noon. Sorry, the Zoom is at 10 a.m. In person is at 12 noon. And we have found a new location that we have been enjoying for this past month. And more on that at the end of this message. And after our service, whether you are online with us or attending in person, please hang out afterwards for some coffee and some great conversation. And as we do each week, let's together review our purpose, vision, and mission statements. We have a grand purpose here each week, and that is to awaken and celebrate diversity and to love and serve our community. We do this by means of our vision, creating the life you desire. And this is supported by our mission to provide spiritual tools for personal growth and transformation. And as we have been carrying on our tradition of reading from the Creative Thought magazine, today I will read from Sunday, December 21, 2014. And just a reminder that spiritual mind treatment or affirmative prayer is always done in the first person. So I invite you to gently close your eyes and take these words as your own, if you so choose. I know that there is one glorious presence, one divine source of abundant good, an intelligent, creative energy at work throughout the universe. I know that this God presence and I are one and the same. In consciousness, I know that I am an instrument through which the infinite does its good and perfect work. Being an adventure for spirit's magnificent and creative expression is cause for celebration. I am aware that this inner voice of spirit is present in everyone. It grows bolder as a positive sense of oneness displays the negativity of feelings of separation. In this new awareness, I find a marvelous sense of peace, harmony, and joy, a rebirth. In this knowing that I am on the pathway with spirit, I release these words into mind with love, gratitude, and thanksgiving. Its work is already done, and so it is. And that was originally submitted by licensed practitioner Erwin Wolfson from Sarasota, Florida. And so let's glide into the greatest yet to be. December is a time of moving from darkness into the light. We change seasons from fall to winter through the solstice, where darkness deepens into the darkest point of the year, which is today, and then shifts toward and emerges into the light. In some cultures and traditions, it is a holy season and is celebrated with families, gifts, lights, and sacred celebration. It's also a time of isolation and loneliness, and it's difficult for many who have lost loved ones and are more aware than ever of their absence. So we can rise together out of the darkness. We can encourage sacred circles that hold space to share the pain and allow for healing. We can lean in to support one another through whatever circumstances. When we rise out of the darkness into the light, we are stronger, more whole, with increased hope, courage, and faith. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "We live in a universe of pure spirit, of perfect being. We are, as Emerson said, in the lap of an infinite intelligence. There is a divine pattern at the center of every organ of the physical body." So physical movement can take us to bliss and happiness. Whether we move slowly or quickly, the energy that is generated through these activities and motions can lift our energy and spirits, as well as move any stuck energy. So our state of mind can be affected by our ability to be nimble and flexible. So as we shed the old and prepare for the new, we welcome a sense of joy and anticipation for the good that is forthcoming. Shake off any residual resistance or pent-up emotions. And then they can be released and dissipated. Our positive intentions and declarations help usher in a newfound positivity and forward movement. So we can focus on moving along at whatever pace feels right, speeding up, slowing down, or even pausing when and as needed. We can do deep self-care along the way to ensure proper rest, exercise, hydration, and spiritual practice. We can check in with loved ones and nurture and support each other. We, in turn, slither and slime to the sublime place of happiness, fulfillment, and success. Whatever that may look like and however that may feel, for you is what is most important. Ernest Holmes wrote this: "We are living in a spiritual universe, which includes the material or physical universe. This spiritual universe is one of pure intelligence and perfect life, dominated by love, by reason, and by the power to create." So moving at a snail's pace to start. The snail is a unique creation of God. It moves on a big muscle-like foot while secreting a mucus substance as it goes and carries a very hard, heavy shell. It takes time to move along, yet it does so at its own pace. The snail has consistent movement. Even though it may go slow, it goes, and it is steady. Humans can take a lesson from snails in dependability and persistence. One might not think of a snail being right for a race, given its slow, methodical pace. But however, we know that the unlikely tortoise won the race with the hare, as might a snail in a similar situation. The moral of the story in the snail's race is this: go at a pace that is comfortable for you, and don't worry about comparing yourself to anyone else. Just do you, and you'll get the job done. You'll get where you need to be, no matter how you look or whatever it takes, without comparing yourself to others. You are created whole, perfect, and complete, and have a unique signature in life that is special and uniquely yours. Wishing you success in your own snail's pace. Brene Brown said this: laughter, song, and dance create emotional and spiritual connection. They remind us of the one thing that truly matters when we are searching for comfort, celebration, inspiration, or healing. We are not alone. So there are many forms of sacred activities and movements that shift us into a state of heightened awareness. And sacred dance through whirling and twirling is one of these movements that mystical orders, such as the Sufi masters and some indigenous cultures, have performed throughout the ages. This sacred dance takes one into a state of trance and is a type of religious and spiritual worship, dancing and movement with the intent of uniting more deeply with the divine is a sacred act that ushers us into a state of bliss and supreme gratitude. This activity is a form of release and devotion, taking us into the sublime, like reading sacred text or repeatedly reciting a sacred mantra. These sacred acts support the shedding of our skin and emotions, the old self, allowing for rebirth and resurrection into the heart of peace and love. As sacred practice, we are encouraged to dance with positive intention, as if no one is watching or judging, seeking to release any toxins from the body, mind, and spirit, and elevating your consciousness into a higher state of truth. From his book, Freedom from Discord, Reverend Dr. David Alexander wrote this: when the end is clear, then the middle, which is the path from here to there, becomes clear. When the destination is set in the GPS, then the path illuminates on the screen before us. However, it is not clear where we are going. Then the path from here to there is murky, varied, and widely different from person to person. So let's light the way. Even in the midst of darkness, the light can fill the night. This season marks the deepest darkness of the year, a time of dormancy and often loneliness, isolation, and despair. This time of darkness moves through the winter solstice towards the light. This is a high, holy time, symbolic of how life envelopes us in many ways through a multitude of reasons and seasons. We celebrate light in December, connecting renewal, hope, and the return of longer days after the winter solstice. Yule and pagan traditions mark the solstice with bonfires and rituals, welcoming the light. Hanukkah is celebrated for 8 nights, with each night adds more light, symbolizing spiritual perseverance. Christianity celebrates Christmas with lights and candles. Diwali celebrates the victory of light over darkness and knowledge over ignorance, using lamps, candles, and fireworks. Bodhi Day celebrates Buddha's enlightenment and also uses candles to symbolize awakening and clarity. Humanity has used light in December as a sacred response to the darkest time of the year, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. During this time, we can be gentle and tender with ourselves. Cease judgment and criticism, and instead allow for appreciation and a flexibility with yourself. Release any guilt, blame, or shame in order to shed our skin and step into newness. Practice forgiveness and release of negative emotions that keep us down. Be in the flow of divine circulation and reciprocity. Give and receive graciously. We can be lifted from the depths of the darkness into light in a twinkling of an eye. This is a quote by Eric Butterworth. You are an inlet and may become an outlet to all there is in God. All there is, not just good enough, not just making do, but all there is. Let your allness be revealed. Release your inner beauty. Unleash your imprisoned splendor. So this holy season calls for intention and attention to release, let go, and allow spirit to guide us. Perhaps we need to honor the pace of life that is calling us, whether that is to speed up a bit or to slow down a tad. What is our inner voice beckoning us to do or be? Are we listening to that ringing that is within us? Are we spending quality time with ourselves to nurture our own growth and evolution? And how are we being called to stretch and grow? What is ours to do and be during this important season of life in our families or our private inner sanctuary? Is it time to examine and reflect on who we are and what we want in life? What will we bring And what will happiness bring? And what has pain caused us? What has caused the pain? What do we need to shed? And what awaits all of us in this newness that is coming in the days ahead of the lighter days, the illuminated days? The answer to these questions is perhaps to do some journaling work that will help guide us onto our next steps, sliding, gliding, twirling, and whirling to live our highest best. And I'll leave you with this quote. All great spirituality is about letting go. It trains us in both detachment and attachment. Detach from the passing so we can attach to the substantial. And that brings us to our affirmation of the week. I walk with confidence and step into my best self. And now for the news and updates at our center. We are meeting in our new location, as I mentioned, and that is at the Living Room Bookstore and Cafe in Cinco de Diciembre. This location is now updated on our website. And if you are interested in learning more about the science of mind teaching, we do offer courses via Zoom as well as in person. So connect with me or check our website to find the details. And just a note that the Living Room Bookstore does carry copies of the English version of the Science of Mind textbook. There is also a survey on our website for you to input any courses that you would be interested in taking. So please check for that so that we can plan dates for those. And if you would like to connect for a one-on-one spiritual mind treatment, please let me know so we can arrange that as well. If you would like to commit to being a member of the Center for Spiritual Living Puerto Vallarta for this upcoming year, as membership does renew annually, or if you would like to be on our board of trustees, please contact me to receive the current form. And I'd also like to remind you to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. And let me know if you would like to receive our weekly post on Substack. So now is our time for mindful giving and financial support of our spiritual home. We rely on your support to continue offering this powerful teaching of the science of mind. We bless the financial gifts that you give today. Every donation is greatly appreciated. Donations can be made through our website at www.cslpv.org using either PayPal or Tithely. And you'll find the donate buttons on both the landing page as well as on the page for the weekly talks. Alternatively, you can submit your paper check by mailing it to CSLPV, number 403, 2125 Birch Road, Kelowna, BC, V1Y8N1. And of course, we do accept cash in person. So now please join me in our offertory affirmation. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I do give eternal thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. So thank you for coming and sharing this time together. And let's continue practicing peace. We can each be a force for peace and nonviolence. Our words and our actions create ripples of peace all around us and beyond. Peaceful living includes acting with compassion, kindness, and consideration. And it also includes standing up against injustice. Today, more than ever, we need to stand for peace. Hug your friends, your loved ones, and your neighbors. May peace and love be with you. Blessings to all. And happy holidays, however you celebrate this time of year. Namaste.